Monday, we'll probably see something in there.
Don't forget it's also fast Ganon, meaning Ega 2 is not required.
Yep.
We're starting off and we both see them in the sanctuary getting the lamp, right?
Oh, I think we forgot to add a keyword. We need open on there.
There's only so much space.
I know.
The other interesting one we got is Beatable, meaning that we're only assured that the game can be beaten. You might be locked out of non-required items. You might see the boots boot locking themselves if you don't need it to actually beat the game.
Yep. You can see fetch quest items locking themselves and etc.
And what are the chances of this? Right away, I think we're seeing both runners set up the hula hand.
Yep, the famous double hula hand. Look at that.
I've seen one before, but I've never seen both runners do it at the same time.
I think we had a race last week where a few of them actually went for it, but not at the same time. But we've got flippers in Link's house. Alright.
A few very key items pretty early, it looks like.
Well, it's a good thing they did a hula hand play. They can buy bombs, and if they do a couple more, I mean, we could go to Zora.
Especially with those flippers. And now we're getting a little bit of differentiation here.
Yeah, Lumberjack Ledge and our friend under the bridge.
Treeple just giving us some arrows today.
And Crab gives us a single rupee.
Don't think we'll be grabbing those anytime soon.
Ooh, we've got a strong man under the bridge today. And a bow on the Lumberjack Ledge.
That could definitely get interesting depending on where we do have those crystals sitting.
So, Aga's more than likely required.
It is fast Ganon though, so if we do see pendants sitting in certain places, we might not be needing that.
Yeah. That's why I said most likely required. I don't think the game's gonna tease us on this, though. We've got a fire rod and escape with a heart piece and some bombs.
And the map to Skull Woods. Keysanity also means we do have the maps and compasses shelved as well, so we're not going to know what is a pendant or a crystal until we pick those maps. So now how interesting would this be with the bow there on Ega 1 if you have the other bow hiding up in the top of Ganon's tower?
I wouldn't put it past the sea to do it.
Let's bullock a bow, V31 special for you.
Pretty much. It's pretty interesting that we haven't seen Fire Rod or the Lamp be locked in Ice Palace for this seed, because that's another V31 special.
I think we had one the other day too, where you had bombos to get into Ice Palace that had both the lamp and the fire.
Yep, that was fun. Indeed, Thursday, I think. No, Friday afternoon.
Fun to watch, probably not so fun to run.
Yep. Doesn't seem like we got anything too much of value out of Blind's hideout, though.
That will be dipping into the well, the other area with a lot of checks here in Kakariko Village. Misery Mire, small key. Big heart. Compass to Dark Palace. Those will only give us item counts within each dungeon. Another compass to Desert, and the best boomerang.
I think you'll have to clarify, because people like to argue that one.
The bloomerang, there we go.
Alright.
And speaking of a bow-lock bow, we already get a small key to Ganon's tower right there off a bottle vent.
Yeah, and chat's also praying for Silver's being bow-locked, so... Ooh! Duke gives us a chicken clip! Oh, yep, there it is.
Oh, I saw it! I saw the wing. It's a shy chicken clip today.
Yep. Just a little bit of love in the back of the bar.
Of course, with no bottle yet, we'll be going checking out library, checking out race game, and then we'll see where else we're gonna go from there. Probably South Shore still with the items we.
What's Boots Lock today? The answer is 300 rupees.
Hoard of cash in the library. Got the boots, you can go rob the library. Not too saintly, if you ask me.
Yeah, we never pretended that Link was a saint.
This is true, going around stealing things out of everyone's chests.
Going around smashing all the pots. Tearing up shrubbery. Ooh, but we've got a small... Where is it to? Tower of Hera.
That just definitely has to get the wheels turning with the key of Tower of Hera being right there. What could be fire locked down in the bottom? Stun prize is a single green rupee.
No.
All that effort for nothing. Glove was on Hobo.
Yeah, Duke does not have the glove. He hasn't been up there.
I would imagine we'll get a check of that here after he does Mini Moldor.
Probably. Do you have a red rupee just inside the dam? And after we drain it here, we will find a nice soggy item laying on the ground, which will be another big 20. Probably just gonna abandon that. Yep. And we'll head over to Mini Cave.
Apparently people throwing away their 20s today. All those ended up in the well. Damn, not the well. Getting a double kill on the mold there. But it does not look like they're in the bomb prize pack. Oof. He's gonna have to leave and come back later for that one.
Oh wait, no, oh wait, yeah, he hasn't been to the back of Escape. Because he hasn't gone and got the gloves yet.
Gloves or that fire rock.
There's a full heart on Lake Hylia, though. Or on the island.
Probably won't be seeing that anytime soon again.
Probably not. But EATM's pulling out the fire rod strat.
Probably be happy to see that they got the magic refills in their item pool.
And he only got a small one out of it. Big key for Thieves Town. Map for
Desert.
Map for Thieves Town. Map for Meyer. And Blue Mail. Okay.
Hiding a few maps there in the back of that mini Moldorm cave. Let us know what a few more of our dungeons are hiding as far as pendants or crystal.
Yeah, mini map dorm cave is more like it.
That or that thief was just planning some excursions into some other dungeons later on. I don't know.
Treasure hunting. Yep.
there's our Titan's midst up at Waterfall Ferry. Let's call this.
Alright.
Dude,
I
gonna
imagine
give us
you
a
two
look
will
at the
be-
ledge while we're up here.
Yeah, if the ledge has something we need, we can at least claim it. And it's just bombs.
So the hunt continues for that Dark World access, or a Moon Pearl.
Oh wait, yeah, Duke did go and get his, glove from Lobo, right?
Yep, he went down there, jumped and got it from Hobo, and went immediately up to Waterfall Ferry.
Alright, making sure.
Did want to pull off a few glitches and got that fire rod, you can get yourself an Ice Palace. But
Hey, speaking of rods, there's the ice rod in Agina's cave.
two early rods, one of them being the ice. I think I know what one of our crystals might be without that map being the present still.
Yep, indeed. And Duke about to get his fire rod. So, which one of them goes into the rest of Escape first? And who goes to try and clear Eastern?
And I think we're gonna get a mountain climb here from Medium.
Alright.
And Duke might actually be following in his footsteps.
Looks like it.
They both do have that one small key for Tower of Hera, as well as both fire sources. Beatable logic. I mean, you almost gotta be thinking there's gotta be something hiding down there in that basement that you're gonna need.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Pendant Hera, but there's an item in basement. Just a hard off field man.
Getting that save and quit spot, open out of up there. Trying to think what else do we have left other than the front of Escape and over in the Eastern Palace area with Sasha's closet.
Ice Rod Cave.
That is true.
But he
Quickly
thinks
running
going
out,
for
though.
Escape.
Duke's gonna at least give us a check on what's on top and inside of Spectacle Rock here.
Thanks, Uncle.
Probably the most useless map in the entire game. $20 on top of Spectacle, inside is hiding the mushroom.
Okay.
That is an accessible item. Triple Pradium giving him some 5 rupees.
Yep. And we can go turn in the mushroom. So.
That is true. Early fetch quests, odds on, they might give you something you need as well.
Yeah, they
Can't
will.
forget its Keysanity. That could also be a very important big key. Whole bunch of things for our runners to keep in mind today with all these different presets that we got settings that we got for them.
Small key to the castle tower. For ATM and Escape. Ooh.
That is almost an uh-oh with how everything else has been pointing, especially with that bow over there on the lumberjack ledge.
Yeah. Escape only has Escape has 6 items. We found 5 of them.
So the question is, will we need to go down into Dark Cross or not today?
Ganon's Tower, so there's number 6. Oh wait, no, never mind. Because
Keysanity.
Yep, Keysanity. I was like, wait, hold on, no. There's actually 8 items, so... Or... something. 8, 9. Item counts don't matter as much. It's the big key of this dungeon! Holding some bombs.
We're gonna get a death dwarf. Looks like we might be seeing him going all the way back into Dark Cross here. So the big question becomes, if you find that next castle tower key, do you just go with it and go right into Aga, hoping that pearl is on the ledge?
Well, can Boomerang or the Fire or Ice Rod reflect Aga's magic ball?
That is true. Watch him find the net or something you're hiding around in Agina.
You know, I wouldn't I wouldn't doubt it. Well, again, it was Ice Rod, but just, you know, somewhere around here. Ice Rod could
Somewhere.
hide in the bug net. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, ETM. Looks like he's going to the waterfall? Maybe? Nope. Turn into mushroom. He doesn't have a mushroom.
Giving us our ice rod look here. Ice rod cave, I should say.
Yep. Palace of Darkness, small key.
Not much we can do with that right now. Only a few checks left, or see it has to end up pointing us somewhere.
Yep. Off to Eastern we go. Nope, no. Maybe now he's going. No.
Just double checking the island there before heading on up. We also haven't seen Zora yet either.
Yeah. We just don't have the money for it. So, ETM, do you want to go to Ice Palace now?
Entirely out of logic. Could be very possible. Still no sword or anything otherwise other than fire rod to do any damage in there with.
Yeah, I was about to say, he has mitts, flippers, and fire rod. He can get in, he just probably won't get much of anywhere.
Run out of magic fairly quickly. So Edium grabbing those mitts, heading right back up towards Spectacle Rock. Gonna see that mushroom, and guarantee we might see him finding that in soon too. Speaking of which, I believe that's where Duke Firebird's heading off to right now.
And there's our mushroom turn in. Duke.
Our early foray up the mountain today will grant us a small key.
Castle Tower, maybe?
Skullwoods. Still nothing too much.
Alright. Well, while we're waiting on our runners to find our next piece of progression, just give a quick shout out here to our tracker today, Math Girl. Thanks for what you do, Math Girl.
Keeping us sane, doing all the hard work, making sure we know who's got what, especially in a very interesting Keysanity setup here.
Yep.
Duke heading back up, seeing what we can take from the back of the old man's closet, and we're probably going to find out what our green pendant is today as well.
Ice Palace! Alright.
Oh boy.
You got 50 rupees, a big 20, and the Moon Pearl.
Did somebody say Ice Palace? Oh my, that's kind of dirty.
So, Ice Palace for progression, anybody?
It's Flipper's Fire Rod. Oof. Kind of interesting decision there. We did see Duke Firebird save scum that mushroom, but he did not. He grabbed that Skullwood's key and went with it.
Yeah, Duke hoping to maybe see some Mario sometime soon and cheese the bat for a potentially out of logic item. Or just fake powder fairies in general.
Definitely can bring up an interesting question, though, is that something you really would want to do in Beatable, especially since it could send you down the wrong path.
Math Girl in chat saying, hammerless, hook shotless, blue mail, 6 hearts, Ice Palace. How about no?
I think the runners can agree there. You also forgot Swordless in there.
Oh yeah, and swordless. Map of Eastern Palace for Duke Firebird and the brewery.
So both the runners opting to go to Village of Outcasts area instead of that kind of questionable Ice Palace at this point.
Or Eastern.
Looks like we got Thieves Town as a 6 crystal, Skullwoods and Misery Mire are regular crystals today.
Oh yeah, can we tag another thing onto Ice Palace? Bottleless.
In other words, it's a whole lot of nope.
Yep.
However, Thieves Town giving us the rest of the money we're gonna need to go see Zora here.
Good.
As well as the Ganon's Tower Compass. Just in case you wanted to know how many items you checked in there.
Well, at least it's a good thing now we already have the big E, so...
Looks like we got a cash town today. Duke Firebird opting to take the war out.
Alright, he didn't get the big key for Thieves Town because he didn't do mini mold on.
But either way, you still don't have that hammer, and you don't really have that good of an item to blind with.
Yeah.
Really not too much point to going too much farther back into Thieves Town.
And of course we're getting a dig game here.
You're between 1 to 30 strikes of the earth before we find our item. Of course, that too is also seeded, so all runners have the same amount of strikes of the earth before they do find the key item, and it is the hammer today.
27 strikes for a hammer.
So that could be very interesting, seeing what Edium will do after grabbing it. If he's going to go back up and give us a hammer blind fight. Looks like
I was
we
about
might
to say,
actually...
so, something, let's go back to blind.
Say Duke might have been heading that way, but he picks up Jeremiah. We're probably going to see some hammer pegs here, and then to save a quick turn in.
Yep.
Duke would not have the Thieves Town big key. He had to note out of Mini Moldorm Cave. Kidding it.
Turtle Rock.
Now we are consequently a cane away from being able to get into, as well as a sword and a few medallions, depending on what we see.
And Duke tucks your friend Stumpy for a piece of heart.
Stealing the last little bit of the guy's life, turning him into a tree. Heading over here to Hype Cave. See how hype this is today with beautiful Keysanity logic.
Let's see, chat. Is it hype or gripe today?
I'm gonna predict a 7 out of 10 here.
Well, starting out with 10 arrows. 20 rupees, a small key to Castle Tower. 20 more rupees and a compass to Tower of Hera. I'll give it a 2 because we needed that second.
Well, we do have all our Castle Tower keys. Still looking for something to slash that curtain with, though, and as well as to enter Castle Tower.
You mean hammers don't have the ability to slash?
I mean, if you tried hard enough, maybe? Yeah, but probably wouldn't work as good as a sword.
Ooh, and Duke taking a... just getting sniped by a bomb right there.
A little unfortunate there. It's probably going to look at routing in the Pyramid Ledge while he's making his way there. Yeah, but instead we're probably going to get our Jeremiah turn now.
Yep.
Make the best of the worst situation here. Need him giving us a check, and the bomb shot thing out here is our other red crystal. So it might be Keysanity. I might need the maps to find out what's holding what. However, Sahasrara as well as the bomb shop will let you know where the 5, 6, and the green pendants are. If you have the map or not. So a little bit of a handy use of game mechanics there by the runners.
Yep. Excuse me, Smiths. That's not a sword, that's a hook shot.
So going for a little bit of a change of profession, and instead of forging swords, we're forging chain links now. But that does give us East Death Mountain access. With the glove, we can also get over to Dark Death Mountain. Moment of truth. Is there anything on the ledge? No, just 10 stick. Duke Firebird's bailed out of that one.
Time for some Paradox Cave. 7 items to be had here. There's our sword. So, now we can finally go to Aga and claim a bow.
We still need another sword or a cape to get in the door, however.
That's true. Big key for Meyer, 10 more arrows, Bomba's medallion.
Hey, did somebody say Ice Palace? And speaking of other sword...
And powder for the magic bat.
Now we're just looking for those boots to make that Aga play actually worthwhile.
So, Ice Palace for boots?
I mean, if the Seed wanted to be dirty, they could be hiding up in Castle Tower.
They could be, yeah.
Definitely a good point brought up in chat. That Bomb Snipe potentially saving a lot of time for Duke Firebird. The trip up to the Pyramid Ledge, as well as our Grumpy Fish not bringing us too much items.
Oh wait, I got it. Sahasrala trades us the pendant for boots.
And of course, we're still saying the other bow is locked up in Boldorm 2 chip.
Yep.
Duke, of course, with that hook shot and the ability to get over to the East Death Mountain, routing that up towards Tower of Hera. This is fully clearable. We do have that one small key as well. Hoping we see that big key in here, but it will give him a few more item checks.
To answer chat, of course, yes, Bo is on Lumberjack Ledge. And also for Stamen, they do both know that the bow is there.
First check in Hera giving us some bombs. Let's see what that small key that we got early on is going to lead us down to in the basement.
Or not.
That Mini Moldorm doing his best big Moldorm impression there. Doing what he can to troll us.
Can't send you falling down the tower since you're already on the base floor, but he can make you fall.
Here's my application to be the next big Moldorm. Let me just kill you while you're trying to make it down to coffee break. And as we do get a little bit of retracing of steps and a coffee break, be sure to follow both of our runners here on Twitch, Duke Firebird Navy, putting on the show for your entertainment this afternoon. So the hunt continues either for that other bow or another item that'll point us more solidly toward another completable location.
Yep. Duke just trying to get to the chest for a bug net. Oh. So just in case you didn't find the Master Sword, or a sword,
Here's something else to reflect those egg balls with. I mean, at this point, since the Master Swords are access into Castle Tower, that's just there for show point.
yeah.
Spiral Cave having her single arrow today. That is a unique item.
Alright, check if Super Bunny Caps gives us the map of Palace of Darkness and a heart.
Still not really giving us too much definitive answers of where we want to go. But Adium is going to give us a Harapot clip over here. Could be looking for early access to Pyramid Fairy, getting that 5/6 crystal.
Yeah.
The only question is, when you're doing this, what are you actually leaving in that big chest? And how much is that going to weigh on his mind later in the run?
Very true.
Speaking of which, over in Hookshot Cave, the Tower of Hera, big key.
This game so far already.
Oh, by the way, in case you wanted to go to Tower of Hera on your way up the mountain, so as we see one runner skip the big key to Tower of Hera, the other one does grab it, so we'll get our immediate check of that big chest. Medium pulls out some hammer strats on Troll Door, making quick work of it, avoiding the rage phase. And we will be rewarded with a bottle. So that'll give us our sick kid check as well, or at least put that within logic, since we do know that the big key is accessible. Medium going down the walk of shame for his single arrow. Firebird gonna give us a look at what the big chest item is over here in Tower of Hera. Is it something that is gonna be weighing on spot. Takes the vanilla drop down. Heading up to the chest 4, just a compass. So essentially the hair pod saving you a little bit of time. No punishment for the clip today. Bombos on TR.
Alright, sorry about that, I'm back.
So the big question is going to be, once Edium actually gets that big key out of Hookshot Cave, is he going to go right back towards Tower of Terror?
What did Duke end up finding in on the,
It was just the Skull Woods compass, so nothing important.
Okay, no punish. Got it. Good risk, Etium. But are you gonna go back?
Yeah, if you're in his spot, though, you see the big key for Tower of Hera this close. You kind of have to wonder.
Speaking of big keys, though, Duke hasn't gone to Mini Moldorn Cave to pick up that big key for Thieves Town yet, so still waiting on him to do that.
But he will give us our sick kid check. So for showing the poor guy a bottle today, we are going to get a small key for Hyrule Castle.
Sick kid, you weren't supposed to swallow that.
No wonder the poor guy's sick.
Yeah.
Powder
Who
in
knows
hand.
where that could've been? Gosh.
Powder in hand, Duke is going to go give us a look over at the Mad Batter today.
Good old Batman. Altcoin. Alright. The Ether Medallion. Also, we are back in the light world. We could see what's on Zora, but we have other options to explore, so it's more of a do you really wanna?
Do you want to go up there just for that one check? Just kind of save that for later in case you don't find what you're looking for. And here we're going to see Duke probably go back down towards Mini Moldor. That's definitely got to be weighing on his mind since it's an early check that you can gain access to. Having a nope out of there early, seeing what might be down in there.
Yep.
Luckily for him, it will give him some necessary maps to see where he can go next, as well as a big key.
Pretty sure Duke found the ice rod, didn't he? Nah, there's the rage slash.
There it is!
Gotta love it.
It's one of those where you see that and you just kind of cringe a little bit. Ooh boy.
Desert is also a crystal.
So we are looking for that last crystal can be. Medium with that fire rod in hand is going to give us a look into Skull Woods. Do know it is a crystal. We do even though we can get right to the back, and it looks like that's where we are headed.
And there's Duke's first pod key.
Yep, EVM wasting no time going straight to the back of Skullwoods here. And Duke will be going right back up to Zora. You had access to it early, it is beatable logic.
Yep.
Be something sitting on there that you do need.
And ETM is taking care of our big moth.
A few slashes and a hammer hit later, and we are rewarded with another fairy in a bottle.
Eh, it beats a message in a bottle, so at least this helps.
This is true, a few more safeties. Giving us our third crystal, we got the fourth on Thieves Town that we can also get to.
Oh, scam fish today. Big 20 for 500 rupees.
Pay me 500 and here's 20. And Duke opting to go grab those bombs as well, it looks like. Oh no, he is just walking out of Zora. Could we be seeing him take these items that we have and go right down to Ice Palace?
I think so. No, maybe not.
Nope.
Something else is on his first.
Ah, he's got the powder. He's probably gonna go back and grab that small key there.
Oh, yep. That makes sense.
Yeah, you got the powder early. Didn't need to really do the fake powder. You may as well go back and grab. So we have access to 3 of the crystals. What is the 4th one going to be that'll give us access up into the tower?
Let's see. Hera, Eastern, Ice, Thieves Town. We have 4.
Thieves Town's the 3rd one.
Oh wait,
Eastern,
yeah,
we
Ice
need the
is
bow.
pendant. I'm stupid.
Ice is that green pendant that
Yeah, it
everything's been
is.
pointing us towards pretty early.
Oh, Skull Woods, which EDM just did.
That's still only 3.
Tower, Skull, Thieves, Eastern.
And don't have the bow yet. We got that locked on egg as ledge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're still needing Kate. No, wait, we don't need. We have the 2 keys.
Boots.
Yeah, boots for the tree.
And then, of course, the big key. And as you say, cape.
Alright, so logically, if we just say boots like 7 times, it'll come up, right? Boots, 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 boots. Alright, I tried, okay. Small key, turtle rock.
Pod is our red pendant.
We can... Are we missing anything for Swamp? I don't think we are. Right?
Still looking for that mirror.
Oh yeah, mirror. Yeah. Why do I always forget about mirrors just existing?
Until, of course, you need that access to Swamp and you're just wondering, where is that hiding?
Right.
And then you do need that small key to get past that front door. But you can check the front chest.
Yeah, since the Edium had the cape, he went ahead and checked the bumper ledge. That's just a small heart, so nothing to worry about there.
Thinking we could be seeing a play to get that crystal out of Thieves Town here and then right over to Pyramid Ferry.
Oh yeah, we would have both 5/6 crystals. Right.
And we do know that is within logic since we did find the big keep Tower of Hera too. Duke going for a few spin strats here on the Gib Toast to save his magic for Mothula. And gets grabbed on his way down the hole by the Wall Master.
Rip.
Another wonderful version of another wonderful glitch, I should say, of 1.0 version.
Wall Masters were always my least favorite enemy of the Zelda games. Just because they do so inconveniently just drag you out of your dungeon. Tried to do it again.
For me, it'd have to be between the good old Wallmaster glitch there and the whole despawning Ganon's tower. That is never a good feeling.
I've heard about it, I've still yet to see it. But Edium did find another small key for Pod. So you're probably gonna see something in Pod. Don't know what, but it'll be something. Ooh, and Duke getting taken down by the moth, but we have the fairy in the bottle to save it. There we go.
A little bit of an unfortunate death, but he did have that save. Spikes are one of those items that just don't, or one of those monsters, I should say, that just don't care what mail you're wearing, they still do the same amount of damage.
Yeah. Edium is going to rescue our maiden, though. Just 20 rupees in the chest next to her.
And apparently percussionists drum up blinds audiences today.
Alright.
The ultimate dad jokes. Being getting a little bit off script here, but still takes down blind without too much of an issue.
Just for 10 bombs.
And not any old 10 bombs, those are Uncle's stacks. I believe we just saw Duke try to take a death warp, but forget he just got another fairy in a bottle from Mothula. Had to take a long way out from back.
Did Edium pull the big chest of Thieves Town?
I don't think he did. I was too focused on seeing Duke take down Mothula at the time, I could have missed it.
Yeah, same.
But we do have Pyramid Fairy access. See him grabbing our purple chest. He's gonna save and quit with it. Turn that in and probably turn right back around and take the Pyramid Fairy bomb over.
Yep.
And unlocking Lunchbox Day gets us red mail. Pick that up, and looks like we are definitely heading right back into the Dark World for that Pyramid Shack.
Alright, so what will we find in the pyramid for ETM? And 300 rupees and our toy shield.
Definitely not pointing us anywhere. Still do have quite a few pieces that are pointing us towards Ice Palace. That being the green pendant, you do get a 2-for-1 essentially off of Gold Stair. Still missing a few keys as well. Depending on what things lay out, you could probably be able to get too far.
Yep.
But looks like Egan's had enough and he's going to give us that play here. You're getting a little low on hearts over there in Bees Town. Taking a few snipes from our horse knight.
Small key to GT. Alright, ETM. Give us that bum jump.
A little bit of start buffering there to make sure he's in the right location on our y-axis. So hook shot to take down those pen gators.
Right. And a big key of Ice Palace. Alright.
Talk about a very interesting spot for that one to be sitting.
Very true.
If you thought it was going to be a quick check of Ice Palace, think again.
It's almost like the game wanted us to go in here or something.
And to keep going once you get farther in.
Ooh, we've got a shovel. Can you dig it?
Duke takes down Blind. Gonna get his stack of Uncle Bombs, as well as another 5-6 crystal. He continues to make his way here through Ice Palace.
Compass for thieves down. Thanks, game. And the big chest has a heart piece.
So dropping down the cold stare here, get a 2-for-1. The green pendant turn in. Still gotta be wondering where either another bow or those boots are gonna show up at.
Yep. I still think the game's doing something new or something mean and just putting boots on Sasha.
Give us some vanilla ones.
Yeah.
Duke making his way over towards where you'd normally mirror to turn in the purple chest, but then remembering he didn't have the mirror. Looks like he's gonna drop off the chest and grab a bomb, head up to Pyramid Berry.
And a red rupee for cold stare with our green pendant. Yes, Etium was the one who got the shovel. To answer chat there.
So everything pointing you towards towards Ice Palace. Not finding anything really inside except the shovel. Gonna make you wonder if there's something hiding under there or the green pendant at this point.
Alright, ETM, left or right? Left. Dig spot. And dude claiming that toy shield out of the Pyramid Fairy too.
As well as a bee in a bottle for tossing it into the Pyramid Fairy as well.
And looks like he just let it right on go. Oh, that's a book. Oh no. So, Desert Palace entrance. Even though it might still be boots locked. And we don't have big key.
Without the big key, we can still see at least one chest. They do also have the small key. Gives us an access to another 2, so there's 3 chests that we can go over there and check, as well as see what's on the ledge.
Yep. $20 rupees on the ledge. And it's cutscene time.
Albeit one of the shorter cutscenes in the game.
Yep.
Seen over on the left that early bomb snipe that Duke took that prevented him from grabbing that pyramid ledge, as well as Catfish, what's been weighing on his mind. He goes and routes both of those just to see that it was a whole lot of nothing.
Looks like we're checking the torch first. Red potion.
Just our 3rd bottle of seed.
So we know at least it's not a big key being locked up there. Map for TR.
That'll give us our answer as to what is our final crystal and pendant.
Alright, Desert Palace so far is a bust.
Whole lot of nothing that we're getting led to. Meanwhile, Duke Firebird with that fairy in hand is giving us a look over here. Oh, he's going to use the cape, but doesn't get it in time. Did he use that fairy or not? Oh. Bailed out by his fair. We're going to get a look at Spike Cave.
Flute! Ooh.
There's the flute.
Alright, well, we have our Meyer access. At least. Well, yes. Yes.
Access to the area depends on what medallion we got blocking our access to in front of it.
True, yes.
And green pendant just giving us a full heart. Everything pointing towards Ice Palace early, and absolutely nothing to show for it except that shovel and book.
Man game, that is rude. No boots to show for it.
However, until we find that mirror, that book could be our only access to the Desert Palace area.
Chat points out that there's still Ether Tablet.
This is true.
But we will see some of Eastern finally. Big key of Turtle Rock.
Duke releasing his bird, and immediately going to give us a look at what we got hiding over in the Meyer area. Bolt coin for access today.
Yeah. So we have our access at least. Compass for swamp. I missed that first chest of shed and a heart piece.
Both were just heart pieces sitting in there today.
Ooh. No mirror, so we can't check checkerboard.
So he's grabbing his bolt coin and either is just going to open or at least give us a check of a few of the front chests here. He will need that cane to get all the way down to the basement. Can still check all the chests up at the top, however.
Yep. To answer chat for what 4-7 means, it means the crystal count required to first enter Ganon's tower, and second to be able to harm Ganon. So 4 to enter the tower, 7 to harm Ganon to defeat him. So we can find items in Ganon's tower that we may need for the seed after we've obtained 4 crystals.
Grabs that last chest there in Eastern Palace and takes a save and quit out. Can't get any further without that big. Either go on the castle tower. We did get those 2 keys early. We are going to Castle Tower on Medium side. Meanwhile, Duke Firebird finding Tempered Sword in Mire.
That's nice. So to answer chat on another question, Fast Ganon just means that we do not have to kill the second fight of Aghanim up in the top of Ganon's tower. The hole in the top of the pyramid is already made, so once we have all of the keys, or all of the crystals, we can just drop down in there.
Speaking of Ganon's tower, we did just find the big key to Ganon's tower and another bow in Mire.
Ooh. Hype checks. Alright, well, Aga's not required.
So that flute in this Mire plate paying fairly good dividends for Duke. Swamp Palace small key over there on Duke's side as well, hiding in Mire. All that's left is for this Mire to have us the mirror. And Medium is continuing his climb.
Yeah, nope, 50 rupees.
Duke opting for a death warp out here. Mega 1, everyone's favorite time. You can have any time anywhere between 0, I should say, to 15 blue balls. Gonna be nice or evil today?
2 or 3.
There's one already.
There's 2.
There's 2, and we're going to the 5th, which is always a lightning bolt here. And followed by an assured reflectable ball here.
There's the 3rd blue ball. 4th.
Going for 4. Only 4 today.
Alright. So, Idiom, what now, buddy? He certainly has faster access to Ganon once he has all 7 crystals. If he
Still
does
be
find
looking for that flute. It's true, looks like we might be getting a pod check. Duke, in the meantime, over there on Eastern Palette, as our big key can go right to the back with the bow as well if he so chooses. Gotta be wondering if you're on Idiom's side, if you're banking on the boots to be hiding here in pods so you can go grab that bow. He doesn't know where the flute is, thus doesn't have access to the mire area yet to grab that other bow. So if you're Idiom right now, you think the only way to a bow is right off that lumberjack ledge.
Yep.
The Eastern Palace big chest just having us a small key to Ice Palace.
Oh, okay, cool. At least we didn't need that chest. We still need the big key, though.
Big key was hiding over in Mire. Duke does have it. For Eastern, I should say.
Yep. Ooh, there's some Mario. Oh yeah, we haven't gotten another map check from Idiom yet, since he found that Turtle Rock map.
Either way, that is required, though, to get to the basement of Mire for our crystal count.
Yep.
Still a few keys away, as well as knowing what our last pendant or crystal is. Or same thing on the side of being in a no mode.
Schrodinger's almost mode.
But not quite.
Yep. And Desert Palace Big Key as well. Also, we need Big Key for Swamp.
It all just depends on where that last crystal or pendant is hiding, and if something is hiding behind there.
Big Key of
There's
Skull
the-
Woods.
Skull Woods, big key.
I was about to say, speaking of the Swamp Palace Big Key.
I was totally getting prepared for that.
We say it and the items appear, don't they?
Setting up a hammer yump over here. Get us a few more checks. At least 2 still doesn't have the big key there for Pod.
Yeah, Duke takes down the Armos Knights, though.
So that's 4 crystals for Duke, and the mirror in Pod.
Mirror and Samaria. Okay. Whew.
Oh my. Second day in a row we've had a mirror hiding over here. At least it's not as dirty as yesterday's mirror hiding on Pendant Helmasaur.
Yeah. The bow that Duke has is in Misery Mire state.
So now this begs the question, if you're Duke, you have those 4 crystals. Do you make the dive into GT looking for some items in the bottom or not?
Potentially. And, where's Etium going? I'm assuming Ether Tablet. Dark Death Mountain, probably.
Well, it could be from his mind. You got that book, you got the Tower of Hera, big keep that close to Tower of Hera. He did skip that big chest. He's got to be thinking there could be something in there. It's weighing on his mind.
But it is tablet time.
And then grabbing that cane, he also does have access into Turtle Rock. Give us a few checks in the front of there as well. Your tablet not paying much dividends. And Edium is going back for that big chest.
Oh, Duke, yeah, is finally coming into Agina's cave for that ice rod. Right.
And Edium setting up another Hera pod.
And he gets it.
I guess if you do get it your first time, it is faster access down towards that big chest. And finds the bad news. Unfortunately, it's just a compass, and he could have skipped it all along.
Yep. Oh yeah, Etium. Spike Cave. Yes.
Edium making the play he needs to be at this point too, going to Spike to get our flute. And Duke is going up the climb. So that's going to give Duke the Ganon's Tower big key with his 4 crystals. He gets that flute. Wonder if his next move will be right straight in towards the Mire area to see what he has over there.
Well, after activating the flute first.
Of course. You gotta warp to the light world and save and quit, though.
Yep. That was interesting.
The Ganon's Tower Big Key gives you access to 4 chests up at the top, plus the big chest in Ganon's Tower. And over on Edium's side, releasing the duck once again. It's time for salutes.
Pay your respects to the duck.
Duke over on his side as well, making the play that is needed at this point. Gonna be dipping into Pod, hopefully grabbing his mirror as well as Red Cane.
Alright, EDM, what is in checkerboard? Rupees. Ah, good job, ETM. He's setting it up for us. Get your hype, chat.
We are getting a bird toss.
Bird toss indeed.
Just about to say, how rude would that be if he sets it up for us just to tease us and not even do it?
About as rude as this seed has been, so it would make sense.
That would probably be the easiest and the fastest way to get into favor and then immediately fall out of favor with chat.
Yep. The fastest roller coaster of emotions ever to be seen within Link to the Past Randomizer.
And of course, another retracing of everybody's steps as they make checks each other did a little bit early. Duke finding a Misermeyer small key after he's been in there.
Yep.
I'm also getting that swamp small key. With the mirror in hand, I'm sure some a few more checks to swamp if he does so desire to go that route.
Yep, and of course Duke just picked up his Samaria. So now he can actually complete Mire and enter Turtle Rock if it is needed. Duke so far is deciding that he's not done yet with Pod. That of course is a good call to make.
That's how he wants to use that one key he's got sitting around. Which chest is he gonna go for? Will he go for the hammering up 2 and save it, or will he go the other way around?
find out shortly, but ETM is picking up that tempered sword. Gonna make life a little bit easier.
About to head over and find the bad news that there was a bow sitting over here in Misery Mire all along.
Yep. There it is. One rage slash for bow.
Feel less than I would have predicted after making the trek all the way up and taking out Ega 1, but still understandable.
Yeah. There's your big key for Eastern.
It's almost as if the seed wants you to go right back to Eastern after clearing Misery. And Duke's setting up the hammer ramp as well. We'll be getting that mirror very shortly. And as if you couldn't get any more items for Eastern Palace, all you hear, there's the compass in Misery Mire for Eastern Palace on medium side.
Yep, and there's that mirror for Duke. And he's out of pod. Alright, and it's time for our Vitreous fight. Careful there, ATM, you might put an eye out. And he grabs the red rupee for doing it.
So no items hiding on Diddy, but we do have another crystal.
That will be ETM's fourth crystal. So, what's he gonna do now? Ah, Turtle Rock's a crystal. There we go.
I mean, Swamp over on Duke's side is a pendant, but we find the boots in the first chest of Swamp.
Ooh. Okay, so ETM just needs the big key for Desert. Because he got the big key for Eastern.
I believe he needs a third small key for Turtle Rock as well, if my count is correct.
Probably. I'm not extremely 100% familiar with all of the key counts for the dungeons.
Duke over on the left, taking a death from Stalfos while he's trying to flood the room over in Swamp. Unfortunately, had another fairy in a bottle, just waiting to save.
Yep.
Not exactly where you'd want to spend that but at least you don't have to re-enter.
True. And ETM has returned for vengeance.
Making its way to the back of Eastern will be getting its next crystal very short. Duke is continuing on in Swamp. Looks like we are going to get a left side check over there.
Yeah, you might as well. So I'm wondering where ETM's going to go next.
All depends if he wants to go up to Turtle Rock and then maybe route on some checks in GT, or wants to follow things a little bit differently. He's pulling out the flute.
Yeah, generally, of course, you do want to go with those most dense checks that you can find. Since Duke has boots, we might get a Bonk Rocks and Lumberjack and King's Tune from him shortly.
Entirely possible, because those are now checkable for him as well. Left side Swamp, though, just having a few sticks and rupees. Nothing of importance.
Alright. Duke can also rob the library blind if he wishes to. I don't think he'll be that mean, but...
Yeah, at this point, you got about 1,400 rupees. I don't think you really need to go for any more.
But don't we need 10,000 rupees to open the fairy fountain? Oh, wait, wrong game.
A few generations before that game here.
But yeah, ETM is making the climb up, so... Do we go for Ganon's Tower first, just to maybe find Turtle Rock small keys there? Looks like it.
You have over 20 checks that you can make in there in the bottom of Ganon's Tower. And in case you wanted to climb it, you do have the big key as well.
22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 27 or 28? Math Girl says 27. Thank you, Math Girl.
I mean, to be fair, it is only in her name.
Yep. Alright. 10 arrows on the Bob's torch. Bob gets to live.
And luckily, that doesn't mean too much in the way for EDM not having the boots yet.
Yep. Thankfully, no punishment there. So, nothing so far has really seemed to be boots locked except for that bow. Well, silvers at this point, but yeah.
And on Duke's side, yet another 20 rupee off of a boss out of Swamp.
Quake medallion. Don't need that though. Yay, butter sword.
Butter in the fire bar room.
Warm butter. And K45 check for Duke leaves us to the Cane of Berna, and he's just gonna leave it there.
If you have the cape, there's really no reason for it.
True, but I mean, that poor Cane is gonna be so lonely.
It was abandoned there for a reason.
Small key of Skullwoods in GT.
Finding all these Skullwood small keys hiding over here in GT. 4 more checks here in Rando room.
So fairly named because we usually only ever see it in Randomizer. Small key for Pod.
You almost have to wonder if that small key there means GT is technically required before you get that mirror lock. You know, if you follow a lot.
According to Math Girl, yes. But I've never known most people to care about the logic, so.
This is true. Duke opted to grab that red bottle off the torch in the desert. Just a heart in the big chest in Ganon's tower. A piece of heart, I should say.
Oh.
And with no boots, Eddie's gonna have to either do it the vanilla way or do a bomb jump here.
Yeah, it'll be bomb jump. Hi, Bob. And
10 arrows.
Ice arms.
A few slashes for not finding anything useful quite yet.
Yep.
Taking down Ice Armor's gonna get a check in the back. Well, Duke looks like he's going back to finish off Beatrice.
Half magic.
Not needed, but always appreciated.
And big 20s. Oh, that was full left. Small key for GT. Thanks, game.
Fancy that. You can continue on and up if you want.
Yeah. And Edium going ahead and doing tower room.
Another interesting glitch here on display. You put the cape on and grab the wall. Nothing can touch you, but it also doesn't drain your magic.
Yep.
That can also become fairly useful in low heart Master Sword Ganon plays as well. It's rewarded with another piece of heart for his work there in the tile room. Duke on the left gives us some Cape Dash strats over on Vitreous.
Great. Maverick GT.
Some rupees and a whole lot of bombs. And it looks like Idiom is gonna make a climb. Oh, maybe not.
Nope. Okay.
Thought about it, but then decided better of it. Instead, looks like he might be heading towards Turtle Rock area.
Yep, looks like it.
Duke grabs his 5th crystal, taking down Vitreous.
And where are you off to now, Duke? Back to Skullwoods?
He does have the big key now. He can go back and check the big chest in Skullwoods here.
It's first key, or the first chest of Turtle Rock being a small key for Turtle Rock.
That does give us the 3. So we're still looking for that big key to Desert Palace.
Yeah, it's not in the big chest of Skullwoods. That was just some bombs. Big key of Desert Palace in Turtle Rock. There
Look
it
at
is.
that.
So, I think that finally puts, Etium in our good old go mode, yeah?
If my count is correct, I believe so.
Alright, 1 hour, 47 minutes and some change. Go mode. Nope, boots won't be required. Scruff, he does have a bow. And also fast Ganon.
Oh, by the way, Swamp Palace, big key right there, too.
Oh, yep, there's our Bonk Rocks, Graveyard Ledge, and King's Tomb Checker for Duke.
Still looking for those last couple keys. We know it's not going to find anything.
Yeah.
But getting the boots where he did, you got to think on his side, it could be something useful up here. Especially being a key short for Turtle Rock, not really wanting to dive that quite yet. But little does he know, it's just kind of hiding right there, right in the entrance of Turtle Rock for you.
Yeah. Another small key for Pod for Duke. Chat pointing out the lovely little bit of irony we've got going. The one with boots won't kill Aga, and the one with who's killed Aga won't get boots.
Yeah, but at this point, I need him said there shouldn't be any way that he goes and dies in the first chest there in Swamp. So
Yeah.
he won't be grabbing them silvers anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't blame him though.
Also, the other interesting thing to keep in mind, the mirror actually was a red herring this time.
That it was.
Finding the mirror kind of sitting in their pod, thinking something might be in Swamp. All it really led you to is the boots that really aren't required. Now Duke making the play up here to Turtle Rock. Medium not even bothering with Laser Bridge, gonna go straight back to Trinex.
Yep, he knows he has everything he needs.
The one advantage Medium will have is that quick access into Ganon after saving and quitting since it didn't defeat Ego 1.
Yep. Well, he's going to go to Desert Palace, so he'll have to go to Dark World, then save and quit, but yeah,
This is true.
it's still faster than walking.
Flew over to 6, take the portal, save quit, boom.
And Trinex, phase 2. 2 hits and he's down.
Just missing the first L, but gives us the second L in the corner. This piece of art is crystal. Should be a mirror out, fluke to 6, and possibly mirror straight to the back.
Yep, just a straight-on mirror for the back. Alright.
He's leaving his portal there, so as soon as he takes down that Mullis, he can take that portal.
Very true, we don't even have to loot away. I'd forgotten.
So in an odd sideways way, that Ego 1 play will pay a little bit of dividends.
Yeah. We'll take it though. So. Alright, land Mollis fight. Here we go.
Two quick shots at the fire rod, and each worm will be dead. Just like that, we have 7 crystals on medium side.
Alright. 7 dungeons down for 7 crystals for ATM. Back to the Dark World. Quick save and quit, and we'll be back at the pyramid. And it's time to slay a big pig.
With Butter Sword, that should be nice and quick here. We'll have to do Silverless, but shouldn't be too much of an issue there.
Yeah, Ganon also just gives us a list of things that he wants to destroy today, so...
Looks like that Edium's already into phase 3 here. If Ganon would stop teleporting.
There we go.
Just slow down and accept your fate.
ETM doesn't have boots, but he is trying to go as fast as possible.
You know, he does have to feel a little bit behind after taking that egg at one play, especially finding that flute knowing it wasn't really needed.
Yep. Hey, did you find those silvers in the light world?
Found him, didn't grab him.
Oops.
Medium on 2 hearts does have a fairy, however, so he will have safety with him.
Yep.
And Duke on the left side taking out Trinex. We're heading right off to Desert Palace as well very shortly. And oof! Medium taking a bat to the face.
Just kidding.
Getting them slashes in, just a couple more here.
And there we go. There's Ganon. He's dead.
Got a 1x3 bridge separating Medium from the Triforce and victory here on the restream.
And there it is. So, finishing first on our restream and 5th overall is ETM with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 9 seconds. To run down our other finishers, we have Hambug in first place with a 142.50, Slowpoke 316 in second with a 151.01, Raymond in third with a 153.24, and just barely sniping ETM is Big Dunka in fourth with a 157.06.
Definitely a close run between him and Dunka there, especially given this mode.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the left, we've got Duke Firebird taking down Landmolus here. There, you'll have a quick chirp right over to the Ganon.
Yeah. We'll have to see him run over to it, unfortunately. But maybe we'll get ETM in here in a couple minutes for an interview, perhaps.
And just bombs on pedestal. So nothing of too much importance there.
And there's ETM now. GG.
Hey, GG's.
So how about that interesting 4 to 7 beatable Keysanity mode?
Yeah, it's a weird mode. I don't think I'd play it very often, but they put it for the daily, so I said, what the heck.
Yeah, definitely an interesting combination of things there. I see it made you dive into Ganon's tower. Unfortunately, didn't really pay too much dividends today, however.
No, Gan's Tower was completely skippable. Ice Palace, that was a complete bust. I shouldn't have done it. I was just like, I'm here. I know there's a bow on the lumberjack. You know, what are the odds the other bow is locked behind that bow? Plus, I didn't even have the boots at the time, so probably I would take back that play, but I don't regret going into Ice Palace or GT. I think those plays made sense.
Especially with all the items you kind of got early on, they're kind of pointed you towards Ice Palace. It's kind of one that makes you got to think there's either something there or on that green pen.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of one of those situations where it was like the best of a bunch of bad options. That was kind of the theme of the seed. I just never really had like a good, clear place to go. I had like at any point I had like a bunch of dungeons that I could partially full clear, or a bunch of like awful overworld spots. And that I think tends to happen when you have no boots and late flute, so like routing everything is just a pain. Didn't even have the mirror for most of it as well.
Yeah, I actually looked at that there. The mirror really only was there kind of to lead you astray. It really didn't give you too much that you could use it for.
Yeah, I was trying to think if there's anything it locked, but not really.
There wasn't really much hiding in Swamp. Duke gave us a look at that. The only thing that could have been useful was the boots in the first chest there. And that'd be useful if you wanted to go back and get silvers. Other than that, there really wasn't anything that it paid dividends for.
Yeah, I wanted to find the boots, but they just weren't anywhere.
Of course, that flute there in the Spike Cave kind of pointed you back towards Mire, where everything for Eastern Palace was hiding.
Yeah, imagine the people. I mean, I only came a couple of minutes, a few minutes behind second, but one guy got a 142, so I imagine he must have done Spike Cave really early and like completely skipped Ice Palace and GT and everything.
Yeah, those would have been the plays at that point, kind of skipping those other checks where it was kind of pointing you towards, but actually didn't have anything. In the meantime here, Duke taking out Ganon. Got a 1x3 bridge separating him from his finish here on the restream.
And there it is.
Dashing across, getting him a 9th place finish with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 18 seconds.
Yeah, GG for him.
I completely forgot about the beatable part. I don't think it really has too much effect on the way you route.
Didn't really look like it changed too much. The only thing it could have done was keep you away from Swamp Palace if you didn't do the hammer yell there for the mirror.
Yeah, from what I've heard, the beatable only applies to the items, not to the keys necessarily. I could be wrong there.
Yeah, the same thing I've seen as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Looks like we're also joined here by Duke Firebird, GG.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's, Duke.
That was a seed.
Yeah. Did you go into GT as well?
I did not.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I full cleared the basement. I was almost going to go upstairs, but then I looked at that first place time, 142. I'm like, okay, there's no way there's anything upstairs.
Yeah, actually, I saw that, and I'm like, there's no way anything's in GT.
Yeah, I was already in GT when that first place finished, so...
Yeah, and that probably led you to make that play into Turtle Rock. They're still missing that 3rd key. Find it there in that first chest.
My experience in Keysanity is that Turtle Rock and Pod pretty much always have at least one vanilla small key. Like, it just seems to always happen.
Yeah?
So, I could have even dove TR earlier, but I was just like, I'm still looking for TR small and Desert big. So I'm just... The chances are one of them is in GT, but not this time.
Yeah, had both the TR small and the Desert big sitting in there. This one goes though with as early as you had access to it. You almost hated going in there and just kind of orphaning that other small key somewhere else and kind of being left out to dry.
Yeah. Yeah, this was just like... It's like, which dungeon that you can't full clear do you dive? And it's like, you just had to pick them in the right order, basically.
Yeah. I do wonder, was there anything in Ice Palace?
There was the Ice Palace big key, and
Shocker.
the shovel that led to nothing. Oh no, the shovel led to the book, which led to nothing.
Okay. Yeah, that was another dungeon I didn't dive. I don't know why.
The green pendant only had a piece of heart. Full heart, one of the two.
Hmm.
So with as early as it was pointing into Ice Palace, there really was nothing that you really needed out of it.
Yeah, that's and funny thing. We're talking about how seeds usually go. For me, if something is screaming, "Hey, go to this dungeon," it's usually barren. Because we've had seeds where it's like, "Oh, hey, lamp, bow. Hey, let's go to Eastern." Empty. And then you just look and stare, and you're just like, "Why you give me all of this?"
Seemed to be the story of this seed. Anyways, what are your thoughts here, Duke, on the multiple toggles that we had? You know, the beatable Keysanity 4-7.
I like it. I mean, I like running beatable seeds just for one because I always love seeing the boots require the boots hint. It's like, oh, that's a joyful one to see. Actually, a seed that I did, like one of the first beatables I did, it was boots were on lumberjack. I'm just like, well, this is gonna be slow.
The first beatable I ever did, I had the spoiler log, and I found out the Titan's mitts were in Ice Palace. So, like, half the game was just locked out. You couldn't get there.
It's definitely an interesting combination of items and little checks that you can get there with beatable logic. Things basically lock it and sell if you actually need it.
Yeah.
At the very least, it was fast Ganon, so you didn't have to worry about too many other items for the climb.
Yeah. Like I said, I was all ready to make the climb, and then someone finished with a 142. I'm like, okay, never mind.
Saw that you're right there about to go up the stairs. They're like, yeah, nope, never mind. You're close. I know early on, chat was hoping for the bow to silvers to be locked by the bow there up at the top of Ganon's tower, but unfortunately, we didn't get that with one being a fire, the other being a lumberjack.
Yeah, I was ecstatic when I went into Mire. I was like, oh, good, I don't need to do Aga.
I wasn't, because I already did Aga.
Oh no.
I was just like, where are those stupid boots so I can get this stupid bow? And
Oh,
I just
you don't
never
know?
found the
Oh,
boots.
you don't know where they are?
Well, the commentators told me they were in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, first chest. Yeah, I was like,
That's
at that point, I was like, okay, I had Swamp and Turtle Rock with no knowledge. So I was like, all right, well, I can full clear Swamp except for the big chest. I can only partially clear Turtle Rock, so let's do Swamp. And no.
It was one of those where essentially not doing the hammer jump, not getting that mirror could have saved you a little bit of time. Steered you away from Swamp, putting you up to Turtle Rock.
I think this is the first time I've ever done Harapot twice in a race.
Oh, you Harry Potted? Nice.
Yeah, I did it first without the big key, and then later on, when I had like hardly anything left, I did it again to get the big chest.
Mm.
And that was right before I did Spike Cave, so.
Yeah, I unfortunately have not learned that trick yet, so.
Well,
149 for a Keysanity, that's not bad. Oh yeah, no GT.
yeah, I got a 163 and that's with full clearing GT basement.
That sounds about equal then.
I got half magic out of it, so there's that.
Oh, lucky.
Oh, and the butter sword.
Oh, boo.
And Quake Medallion. We
The
don't
quick
need it.
medallion, yeah.
Yeah, we can already kill dead rocks. We had powder. We're fine.
Just in case you want another ray.
Yeah, if you wanted to kill more than one at once, I guess.
Alright, thanks for commentating Poseidon and Spy, and thanks for tracking Mathgirl.
Yes, many thank yous to the behind-the-scenes peoples. They don't get enough love.
Yeah, any last thoughts by either you, Duke Firebird, or Edium, or are you deciding that we got it?
More boot starred seeds, please.
Join us for Friday.
My thumb was getting sore about an hour and a half into the seed from all the walking.
But yeah, thank you guys for running for us and putting on a good show of Keysanity.
It's a good show by both Edium and Duke Firebird. Give both of them a follow on their Twitches. It's much appreciated them coming here on the restream, giving us a look into the madness, especially this one, that like Keysanity Randomizer. Let's get huge shout outs to Math Girl, making all sense of this, keeping the trackers up to date for us, making our job look easy. Sign anything else from you here before we go?
I got nothing. What about you, Spy?
Not much other than what a seed with all of those different toggles that we had in for it.
Yeah, that's very true. But of course, if you guys can't get enough of Link to the Past Randomizer, join us in approximately 5 hours for another daily seed of Miscellaneous Monday.
So until then, I'm Spy Weaver, and beside me over there, that is Poseidon. Thanks for watching over here on Speed Gaming. Catch you guys later.
Bye, everybody.